Yeah, cool. Hello, you're with Accelerate here and we're at the Fully Charged live show. I'm here with Richard from Electric Classic Cars.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very good and actually really enjoyed you speak just now, so thank you so much for that. Richard was on stage, in the main stage, talking all about the conversion of classic cars to electric.
That's right, that's what we do here, Electric Classic Cars. We take cars from the 60s and 70s, maybe early 80s, iconic cars like Beetles, Fiat 500s, all this lovely 1969
the one we're
VW
sitting in
bus.
right now. Tell us a bit more about this one.
So this is this actually came from South Africa, believe it or not, because that's the right-hand drive market, and it used to be a fire engine.
It didn't.
Seriously used to be a fire engine. So they used it in the 60s and 70s as a rapid response, which is something you never normally use with a term for a VW bus. Rapid response fire engines. You used to have a water bowser underneath the back seat. It had a seat at the back there with a water cannon on the back and a siren on the roof.
Fantastic, completely transformed.
Yeah, we got it, and we ripped all that out and converted it to electric. We put a Tesla drive unit in the back,
very nice.
Some batteries underneath the back seat, and now it's our family vehicle.
It's brilliant. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. So it sounds like at the moment there's been a massive kind of push for kind of classic cars to be converted into electric.
Yeah.
How are you seeing that, and how is the market for you at the moment?
Well, if you ask the average man on the street or woman on the street that what sort of car they would like, and you put like a classic cute looking like Fiat 500 from the 60s next to a modern Fiat 500, which one do they prefer? Most people go to the classic Fiat 500 because there's an emotional attachment
there's
to
a bit of a
classic
charm,
cars.
isn't there, about
yeah,
them
they're
as well?
cute, aren't they?
They
You know,
they're pulling the heartstrings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't buy one because you don't know how to maintain it. You know, it's going to break down, like the Lotus Elan you were talking about before, your father's one.
Oh yeah, my stepdad's a Lotus Elan. I can't say a bad word about it on camera, but yeah, it was not the most reliable thing.
They have a bad reputation, which normally puts the average people off getting a classic car.
It's true.
But they're cute as hell, so you want one. But what we're doing with the electric classic cars is we're removing that unreliable maintenance aspect of having a classic car and put in 21st century technology from like modern cars like Teslas, for instance, and that means you're getting the best of both worlds: a cute, like awesome designed 1960s car and with a 21st century drivetrain technology with no maintenance. So it's the best of both worlds.
Well, it sounds like it. And you said you use kind of Tesla.
We use Tesla.
Mainly?
It depends if you want a performance setup. Like I put an 450 horsepower motor in the back of this, which out of a Tesla Model S. But in a Fiat 500, for instance, you put a lot smaller engine, probably not from a Tesla, but from another supplier we have. And the same for Beetles. You know, a small motor in that. But they're still more powerful than the original engines, so they can keep up with modern traffic. But as I say, they won't break down. So it gives you the confidence to use them as a daily driver, certainly in the city of London. But there's no emissions, so you can go into low emission zones without the congestion charge and things like that, which is another benefit of electric cars.
Absolutely. Amazing. Yeah, I mean, classic cars, they're known for being gas guzzlers, aren't they? So it is something not only for the environmental, ethical aspect, but also for convenience in terms of cost now as well, being cheaper to run. So I can definitely see the benefit, and I'm pleased that you're one of the advocates.
Thank you very much. I've always been into classic cars myself. I mean, I'm an ex-petrol head that turned electric about.
So was I.
Really?
Yeah, I used to love. So I'd been to Goodwood Festival of Speed, Revival. Loved those kind of
I've
raw
probably
engines.
seen you there over the years.
I might have done. You never know. We only met today, would you know? But yeah, and I mean, I'm sort of into sustainability, and when I saw what was being achieved with electric vehicles, it just made me stop and go, wow, like, this is the future.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Our house, for instance, has solar panels on, and we've got a battery storage system at home, so we try to charge the cars off the sun in the summertime, definitely. But you kind of notice when you go. I live in the countryside in Wales, and whenever you go into London, you notice the pollution. I mean, you come back.
You breathe in, can't you? And you feel it.
Your throat's sore at the end of a day, and you think, what's going on? And a friend of mine who lives and commutes in London, and he rides a bike in. He recently had to go into hospital because he had asthma. He developed asthma, and they said it's because of pollution. That's not a good thing.
No,
so we need to address all of the pollution from vehicles, including classic cars, in cities like London.
Absolutely, I completely agree. So to viewers watching that do have classic cars and are umming and ahhing about whether to convert them or not, what would you say to them?
I'm your man.
You are, and where are you based?
We're based in Mid Wales, but our customers are everywhere, from north of Scotland down to south Cornwall to London.
So you'll reach as far and wide.
My arms are very long.
Good. And then just roughly, like in terms of like indication of price, for people thinking, oh, you know, if I'm going to convert it, what's it going to cost me? Now I get that there's a massive spectrum
Huge spectrum. I mean, we've got everything from like a small little rinky-dink Fiat 500 from the 60s will cost about, say, 15 to 18,000 to convert, and that's perfect for the City of London. It's nice and small. Only has maybe a 50 to 75 mile range, which you'll struggle to do in a week in London. And then right at the other end of the spectrum is something like there's a Ferrari 308 just behind me, and that's a performance setup, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, range of about 150 miles. So that's more towards the 55 to 60,000 pounds to convert.
Okay. But it's in terms of investment. I mean, classic cars, you know, they don't really depreciate, or over the years they've actually really held their value.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you know, being converted into EV and with the growth and attention on that, you know, it's a good investment.
You're certainly not losing any money converting a classic car to electric. If anything, you're actually you're creating a very unique car that once you own, a lot of people out there are probably going to want it off you. And so it's kind of a seller's market if you ever had one and you can sell it. I got offered £65,000 for my electric Beetle yesterday, and I've turned it down.
That one there?
That silver one, yeah. And that's a lot of money for a Beetle, believe me.
It's gorgeous though. How come you don't want to sell it?
It's my baby.
Oh,
it's my toy.
You can't
a man should never sell his toys. As your stepfather's just found out that.
Exactly. Yeah, he regretted it, and you know, once it's gone, it's gone.
Exactly.
And I think, you know, every classic car, they are few and far between actually right now to get your hands on one that is in good condition, that looks good.
Yeah. He who dies with the most toys wins. That's my motto.
There you go. What a great motto. I'm going to steal that motto. Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Are you able to give us a little kind of show around the car?
Do you want to
we can jump out?
Let's
jump out. Okay, and also what you're missing here, just quickly, is this gorgeous interior. Can you tell me a bit more about this? Because this looks very smart.
Was something we had to restore in this car because it was fairly ruined in the heat of South Africa. So on the dashboard here, we've got a touchscreen display which allows you to put it into forward or reverse, because obviously it's electric with no gear stick. And tells you how much battery is left in the
Very clever.
tank.
And that doesn't look, I mean, it's in keeping with the style of the car.
And that's what we tried to do. I don't want a horrible looking like big like display there, and it's kind of in keeping, it's subtle. And we still have the old 1960s gauges here.
I love that.
We've got a clock here, for instance. You know, the fuel gauge obviously doesn't work, but that's about all it doesn't work.
But it's there for aesthetics, you know,
exactly,
you can never tell.
And you know, you've got your big clunky like heater things here, so everything is within keeping.
Very smart. Well, should we jump out?
Go on in, let's go and have a look.
Okay. Oh.
So one important factor that you might want to take a look at is underneath the back seat there's a big black box, and that's where the batteries are.
Okay. So I see right there. Oh wow, you wouldn't be able to know that it was in there.
No, that's a complete Tesla battery pack in there.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness.
Luggage space in
there. So storage as well, and also just so concealed down there.
6 seats as well in this, so you got 3 in the back, 3 in the front, so it's a good family vehicle.
Such a great start. And then so this is actually, if you can use this, can't you? Put some hay bales in there. No.
Throw the sheep in there, or you can throw the mountain bikes in there.
You couldn't, it's just too nice to do that too.
I don't know about that.
No.
This gets used and abused, and I'd rather use and abuse it and respray it every few years.
Oh.
And then the real fun bit.
So okay, tell us more about this.
That's a rear drive unit out of a Tesla Model S. So that's 450 horsepower of pure electric fun. So,
and just look at, I mean, in comparison to you know, piston engine, it just looks so simple.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a petrol engine that was giving out 450 horsepower plus the gearbox, it would look a lot bigger and more complicated than that. So that's a very compressed 450 horsepower drivetrain, really.
And very clean. Did you clean it especially for today?
We spent days cleaning this. So there's certain aspects. If you look carefully, there's mud and there's dirt.
We won't look closely. Let's zoom out. We're gonna zoom out now. We're gonna zoom out now. Oh well, it's a beautiful car.
Just on the side. So obviously we've replaced the petrol tank with the charge socket. So, yep.
Very smart. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for this tour. Really great to know more about what you're doing, and the future definitely looks electric, doesn't it? Thank you.
All right.